Good morning. Hello, everybody. I'm here still trying to straighten out my clothes because I don't know what's going on. Um, how is everyone today? Happy Tuesday. It's Betty Small again on the Ama Manson Network. My page is Learn and Grow with Betty Small. Please follow me, like, share. We have more activities over there going on. But yes, it's a beautiful day here, and here we are once again with the topics that we said we are going to be addressing. And I really appreciate you making time to be here today. So, today, as you guys can see over there, we will be talking about the importance of a coach. Okay, that's the topic for today. Why is it important for you to have a coach? What is the difference between a coach and a mentor? For those of you who've had coaches and mentors for a long time, can you let us know something? I don't know if there's anybody watching right now, but I would like to keep us engaged today. Talk to me, bring your thoughts in here so we can have a productive show today. I would really, really appreciate your input. So, why am I here talking about a coach? One of it is pretty obvious, I would guess, because my coach is Coach Amma. And it's because of her that I'm here where I am today. Okay. Um, I want to say I used to be one of those who thought that I got it. I once I sit down and draft whatever I needed to draft, I was okay. I didn't want to spend any money on getting a coach, or I didn't see the need of getting a mentor because I think I got it. Lo and behold, little did I know that coaches and mentors are very, very important people in our lives. Believe it or not, there's always somebody who is always a step, 2 steps, 3 steps, 5 steps, 10 steps ahead of you, 1,000 steps ahead of you. Okay. You definitely don't know it all. If you want to go somewhere, you can sit down and draft the path to get there by yourself. It may take you a month, it may take you a year, it may take you 5 years. But when you have a coach, oh my God, the results, the outcomes, exponential. Is it without cost? No. No. Everything good comes with cost. So that's one factor that you're going to have to include when you think about getting a coach. So before I go too far, I just want to be able to differentiate between who is a mentor and who is a coach. So, who is a coach? A coach is someone that helps you to improve your own performance. Okay. They help you learn and get better. On the other hand, a mentor is someone that acts like an advisor and a support person to someone that is less experienced. Okay. So a coach kind of like cheers you on, but on the other hand, a mentor helps you to advise you because they are more experienced. They help you get to your goals faster and sooner. Okay. So there is a difference between a mentor, there is a difference between a coach. You usually will start with a coach, and then maybe that same person may be your mentor, or you may have to get a mentor down the line. Okay. But both work better when you use both services. Okay. So, why do we need to have a coach? So, sometimes in life, we tend to stagnate. Okay. We tend to get comfortable with what we are doing because we know what we are doing, and we're just comfortable doing that. We don't want to get out of our comfort zone. We don't want to get into the unknown, anything unusual, anything that you just feel like, no. We just want to go to what we know and hit it, bam, 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 and you're done and gone. But the sad thing with that is that there's no growth happening there. Literally, no growth. You're just going through the motions, which you already know, and then hitting no goals, getting no outcomes, just there. Hi, Facebook user from Idaho. Welcome here. We are talking about the importance of having a coach. Okay. So we tend to get comfortable doing what we are doing because we already know it, and we don't want to get into uncharted waters because we don't know. There may be crocodiles in there that may chew you. Um, but being complacent and doing the same thing over and over with no growth takes you nowhere. That is why I really like what Brother Kwame says. Is that Kwame? Hey, Kwame. Actually, I was going to talk about you right now. I remember one of your videos that you did, and you talked about nothing grows in the comfort zone. I must say that's the video that actually made me wake up, you know? And as much as you may not think it, that video meant a lot to me. I actually listened to it about 3 times because I'm this person also that had gotten so used into my routines. I wake up, I do this, I go to work, I do this, and I know what I do. So, you know, I evidently got lost in my comfort zone and I forgot about growth. So thank you for that video that you did. And I always cross reference it because surely nothing grows in the comfort zone. If you want to do better, if you want to go somewhere in life, you definitely have to get out of your comfort zone. And I tell you, it does not feel good, not at all. But I will attest that with time, you tend to feel a little more comfortable as you go by. So, yes, nothing grows in the comfort zone. So, if you want something better, you have to change. And that means getting out of what you already know, get yourself into some unfamiliarity, which will also later become familiar. And then you also have to get yourself out of that because you're too familiar with it and move into another unfamiliarity. And that is the process of growth. So never get to a point whereby you're just too comfortable and you're just like, okay, I've arrived. No, nobody arrives in this world. We are all in a process of growing every day, unless you just don't care. But if you aspire to do better and you want better things in your future for yourself and your family and people around you, and you want to do great things in your world that you cannot stop learning, you cannot stop and just say you've arrived. It's a continuous process. We always have to continually learn, continually grow, and make improvements. Okay. Never ever get to a point where you just feel like I've arrived, because that's the end, the beginning of your death, pretty much. So now I will get back to the reasons for having, in this case, a career coach slash mentor. Okay. So, like I said, you guys already know Ama is a coach, she's a mentor. Um, since I met her in May, I already talked about this. My life has transformed. You would never find me in Facebook trying to do any of this. But here I am. It's taken some work in the background for her to get me here. And so here I am doing a show for you today. So one of the reasons for having a career coach or slash mentor is they help you kickstart your professional development. Okay, so they help you to stay focused on your career. You gain confidence. It helps you to attain your goals and also expand your network. Okay, so what mentors and coaches do is that they give you a safe space. Because most of the time, like, we don't feel too comfortable, like, having some discussions with our family members, our siblings, our parents, our spouses. So there's some of those conversations that you just feel like, yeah, this one, I think if I can just have a safe space to talk to somebody about it by myself, this would really help in moving me forward. So it gives you a safe space where you have somebody that you can put confidence in and they can listen to you. That's one of the good things about having a coach, which also you can also learn later, learning skills, because coaches and mentors are very good listeners. Okay. If they're not good listeners, then they cannot help you achieve your goal. So they are very good listeners. They'll sit down and they listen to you. They will try to figure out where you're coming from, where are you at the moment, and where do you want to go. At least you've got to have an idea where you want to go because they can't figure that out for you. You have to know where you're going. Okay. So they can help you to get there. Okay. But you got to have some goals somehow so they can help you catapult those goals forward. Okay. Um, they give you feedback, whatever you tell them, they listen and they give you feedback. And that feedback is, you're able to use that to shift things around. Um, the feedback is very, very important because most of the times we go through life and you just do your thing and nobody tells you what you're doing is wrong because we're grown-ups. Nobody want to be told what you're doing is wrong, or don't do this like this. This one shouldn't be done like that. But you put yourself in a vulnerable place when you're with a coach and you say, okay, here I am, diagnose me, you know and they help figure out what are some of those obstacles that you have that are not helping you towards reaching your goal. What do you think, Kwame? One important thing is that they have walked the path and have some experience. Your success is theirs too. Exactly. Yes, yes. They have definitely walked that path. And so just kind of like how you hold a baby's hand when you are walking, you kind of know where you're going. So the baby doesn't know where they're going, and you kind of hold their hand and you say, here, let us go. That is what the coaches do pretty much. And like he says, your success is their success too. So it is important to have a coach, honestly. Like I said before, I used to think like, I got this, I do my own thing, but then I realized I could do far much better if I engage a coach and a mentor. And yes, you have to pay for the services. It's not free. You may have somebody that may be willing to offer those services for free, but really these services are not really free. Okay, you have to plan for paying to pay for them. All right. The other reason why it's important to have a coach, it helps you to clarify your SMART goals. And remember, SMART is the acronym that we use for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-sensitive goals. So they're having SMART goals gives a purpose for mentoring. Okay, so that's why I said earlier, like you gotta have goals when you are coming to a coach or your mentor, because what are they gonna be coaching you on? What are they gonna be mentoring you on if you don't have the goals? So you gotta do the hard work first, which is setting your goals. And I know it is hard work because most sometimes we think we know our goals and we keep them in our head, um, but really, for you to have a tracking system and for you to be able to measure and see, am I really attaining these goals or am I just going in circles? It really helps if you write these goals down. Okay. You write the goals down, whether it's the short goal term goals or the long term goals, write them down. And under each goal, you write down the little steps that are going to help you attain that big goal. Okay, so when you're coming to the coach, you got to have the goals, but then they will help you to clarify them because sometimes we have vague goals. Okay, And that is why we're talking about having smart goals, goals that are specific. You got to have a time to it, like you can't just, I don't know how to say one, but you got to be specific about what you want. Like for me, I have a goal that I'm losing weight. I have to be specific about how much weight do I want to lose? Within what period of time do I want to do this? Is it attainable? Is it relevant? How am I going to measure this outcome at the end of the day? You know, and so, for example, which is something I've talked about on my page, with my weight loss, I had to draft down from how many pounds I was over a month ago, and my goal weight loss for each month and for each week. What am I doing? What am I doing to lose a certain number of pounds on every day? What activities am I going to do to help me lose this certain number of pounds at the end of the day? So it is tedious work. I'm not going to lie to you. For every goal that you make, you have to make those little steps that are going to lead you to attaining that big goals. And those little steps are what you're going to keep repeating every day, day in, day out, day in, day out. Okay. That helps you come with a better outcome at the end of the day. All right. The other thing is that mentors hold you accountable to achieve your goals. Okay, so first of all, we said you're gonna write your goals down. You're gonna define them. Okay, they're gonna help you go through those goals. You clarify them. Then we talked about creating the smaller steps to get you to the bigger goal. So what the coach or the mentee is gonna do is gonna help you keep focused on these little steps that you need to do so that you can advance in whatever you're doing, whether it's your career, your weight loss, your finances, or whatever it is. They help you keep focused on a daily basis or however often you guys are supposed to meet. Their goal is to make sure that you're doing these little daily activities that are going to lead you to the big goal at the end of the day. So they hold you accountable. Um, in in relevant to that, I want to bring up the point that most of us don't like being accountable to anybody. We're grown up, so we say, why should I be accountable to anybody? The times when I was young and I used to be accountable to my parents, they're long gone. So, let me do my own thing now. Whether it's my career, my finances, my relationship, let me just do my own thing. But really, when you have an accountability partner, it helps you stay focused and stay in line with what you're supposed to do. So, in a nutshell, if you don't have any goals, that means there's no sense of direction and there's no plan to get there. And that means at the end of the day, failure. Okay. Now, on the other hand, when you have goals and you have a sense of direction, when you how to get there, and you have the little small activities, daily activities to get there, equals success. So these things that don't just happen by chance. You have to put the work into it. People that are doing extremely well in life, they didn't just happen to have, they just didn't fall from heaven and happen to find themselves rich. Okay. Some people say, oh, because their parents or their grandparents are doing well and they pass the money down. But you better believe that these people that pass the money down to these their grandchildren and great grandchildren, they are teaching them the values. They're teaching them the the hard work that it came with having that money so that they can learn those principles and also pass them down to their kids and generations to come. So set your goals, have your coach, let them help you clarify, and then they'll hold you accountable so that they're making sure that you're attaining those everyday little activities that lead to the big goal. Okay, they provide you the motivation for achieving your goals. They keep you accountable, they keep you motivated. Sometimes they they give you a little slap, and sometimes they give you a high five, depending on how you're doing with your goals. The other thing is that mentors help develop your leadership skills. Okay, mentors slash coaches in this case we're using, they help you develop your leadership skills. How many of us here will say, I'm not a leader? I used to be that kind of a person, even though people tell me all the time, oh, you look like a leader. Oh, when we're now function or doing some kind of activity, um, I tend to be the one just to be like, okay, people, let's get this together. Let's do this. Let's do that. So, and I didn't even realize it until other people pointed to me like, you seem to be like a natural leader. So sometimes what the coaches do is they help us to harness some of this strengths that we have within us that we don't even realize that we have them. Okay. So with the coaching and the mentoring, you help develop your listening skills. Remember, I told you earlier, like the coaches and the mentors, they are very good listeners. So at the end of the day, after being listened to so much, you also learn the art of listening to others. Okay. And the art of also having compassion, because the coaches and the mentors have compassion toward you, their client, as you go through the motions of your everyday struggles. So they have compassion, so which you in turn end up learning. You also learn the art of giving feedback and receiving feedback. Yeah, it's one of those that I don't take very easily. But I have come to learn that for me to grow, feedback is very, very necessary. Be it positive, be it negative, you need to get feedback from other people as regards to how you're doing. Nobody is a know-it-all. And with every feedback that you get, it's information that you can do with as you please. You can use it to make yourself better, or you can use it and say, these people are useless, how can they tell me such a thing? And guess what? You're probably going to remain in the same place that you are in the next year, in the next 5 years, or something like that. So be kind to yourself and get the feedback that you get, process it. Like we said, it's information, process it. Which one is going to be beneficial for me? Take that out and use it for your own good. Okay. Some of the others qualities that you are going to develop is self-awareness. Yes. And Sister Ama, Coach Ama, is big one on this, and thank God she really, really brought it um, to me. Is the idea of being self-aware. You have to be self-aware in every moment of your life. Just doing things aimlessly and not really thinking through is not going to benefit you at the end of the day. So be self-aware, listen to your thoughts, you know, um, and try to collect them. The same thing with like eating, the mindless eating. You're not even aware that what are you eating at what time? What effect does that have to your body? So you become more self-aware, you become more verbal, you become a better communicator, you become a better team member and learn how to collaborate. So there's various aspects of um, leadership skills that you acquire from having a coach. Not only are you acquiring them from the coach themselves because they are practicing them on you, but you also learn this because you're learning and you're getting better. You're getting rid of those bad habits that you have and putting in some new nice qualities that help you get into the path of your future. Okay. What else do coaches and mentors help us with? They help us to raise our confidence and problem solving abilities. Okay. Raising our confidence. Oh my God. Everybody can use an ounce more of confidence, me included. I know there's some people who pretty much feel confident in everything that they do. Well and good for you. But some of us need a boost of confidence here and there. And coaches and mentors do very well in that. They help you in your problem solving abilities. Okay. I can't tell you how many times that I've made sessions with Ama and I come with, whatever problem that I'm having, and I just I sit there and I start telling Amma, this and that and this and that, and I can't do this, and how can I do this, and blah blah blah. And I give her all the reasons why I can't solve that problem or I can't fix what that issue is. And Amma will laugh and she say, Betty, you got it in you. So we start digging deep within me. What are some of these skills and abilities that I have that can help me solve that particular problem and other problems in future? So yes, they help raise your confidence. And guess what? The first time you solve that problem, or you are able to maneuver that problem, navigate through it, and get the outcome that you want, whether it's a good outcome or not, you feel better about yourself, especially if it had a good outcome. And guess what that does? Your confidence is boosted. So the next time you're faced with a similar issue, you already have an idea what to do, So it helps really to raise your confidence and also help your problem solving skills. Okay. Um, they offer a different perspective that can be instrumental in changing the bad habits and helpful and unhelpful ways of thinking. So they most of the time we are wired to think a certain way, you know, um, depending on how you were raised, depending on your circumstances and your surroundings. People tend to do things and think a certain way. And sometimes we don't realize that these are the same things that are limiting us. We self limit ourselves because of our circumstances and our thoughts and, anything like that. So, what the coach will help you do is that they help give you a different perspective. Okay. And this helps you to change your bad habits and any other unhelpful ways of thinking, like people who think like, oh, I never even went to university. Um, Never say, okay, I don't even have a college degree. Oh, I come from a poor background. Oh, I don't even have the money to do this. We have all these reasons why we tell ourselves why we can't do what we need to do. But when you have a coach in your life, they will help give you a different perspective that, hey, regardless of where you're coming from, regardless of your infirmities, regardless of whatever challenges that you've had in the past, everything is possible if you put your mind into it. So they keep you grounded. The few abilities that you have in yourselves, you harness them, and they help you become better as you go by. So yes, they help raise your confidence, and also your problem solving skills get much better. The other thing is that the mentors expand your network and open up doors and other opportunities. Okay. This is one perfect example here. I met Ama, I believe it was the month of May. Yes. And so when I when I came across her, I just used to when she's doing her videos, I would put my comments over there. If I listen to her video and I'm in agreement, I put my comments. And then I think she started also noticing my comments, and our relationship kind of started there. And then we took it now from Facebook to a personal level where, I started making my own appointments one on one because I knew what she can deliver. I studied her, and I'd seen the progress that she had made in her life, and I knew that I could benefit from her. I know she's several steps ahead of me, so why not use her expertise? Instead of me trying to make these steps by myself, I'd rather somebody who is a little more experienced and steps ahead of me hold my hand and tell me, hey, You step here and skip this one and skip this one and then step over there. And guess what? The next thing, you'll be way over there. So, yeah, they will help expand your network, open up doors and opportunities. Like you see, this is an opportunity for me right here. I never knew that I could be on, like on a show, on a video, recording something like this. I never knew that I could be on Facebook doing a show. But here I am. It has opened this opportunity for me on the Ama Manson Network. Um, and I'm not just talking about Ama. Of course, there is other people that you want to use out there. All I'm just trying to say is that don't just sit around and wait for things to get better, or don't be like me and think like you got this figured out. You'll do that by yourself. And I mean, of course, if you can do it by yourself, well and good. But those of us who feel like we need a little help, it doesn't hurt. Raise your hand, look for somebody that can hold your hand and help you walk and be steps ahead of the game. Okay. They can share connections, they can share information about other mentees, to help you get way ahead of the game. Um, um, okay, we'll just leave that alone. The other thing about the coach and mentor is that they offer invaluable tact knowledge and guidance for free. For free? Maybe, maybe not. It just depends. What I would say is mentees may offer some information for free. For example, if you're working somewhere and you're trying to grow up in the ladder, you may have somebody that has been doing that particular job maybe for 15, 20 years, and they're way more knowledgeable into what you're trying to go into, and they may offer to mentor you. In such cases, it may be free. But when you're looking for a coach to catapult you ahead in life, those ones may not be very free. You may have to pay for that. Okay. Um, so they'll give you valuable knowledge. They'll help you like uncover opportunities that help you solve problems. They provide instructions on how to do specific tasks and acquire useful skills. So like me, I never knew how to operate, Facebook Live or even this stream here. Granted, like I have somebody in the back here that I can fall on to should anything happen over here, but no, I didn't know any of this. But since I've accepted and come into terms with the need of me having a coach, now I have learned other things that I didn't know before. Um, because of hanging around people who already know those things, or even just the idea of paying for them and staying ahead. Okay. So, having a coach and having a mentor can really transform your life, your career, um, depending on where you want it to go. If you're comfortable with where you are, that's fine, you know. But if you want to change the trajectory of your future, of your life, and your kids, and your family, then you got to do something about it. Get that coach so that they can get you ahead of the game. It doesn't hurt. It really doesn't hurt. You just have to sit down and process. Are you where you want to be in the last 5 years and now? Has there been any difference? Have you made any difference from 5 years ago to now? Are you doing the same things and getting the same results? Okay, what do you want to do the next 5 years? Do you want to have the same results that you've had from the past 5 years? If you don't want the same results, then you need to sit down and draft, okay, what difference do I want to see in my life and in my future from now going forward? And then those are the goals we are talking about. So you start drafting down your goals, short-term goals that you can achieve in the next, 1 month, 5 months, 1 year. And the long-term goals that you can achieve, in the next 5 to 10 years, draft them down. Um, Change your mindset. We already talked about the issue of mindset. Your mindset and your philosophy will affect you in ways that you cannot imagine. If you do not work on your mindset, you will still be stuck in the past, like Amma was talking about yesterday. You'll be stuck in the victim mentality, always thinking like, oh, things are happening to me. Why me? Other people are doing better because, their circumstances are better than mine. Not necessarily, it's still the same government, it's still the same president. We are still paying the same taxes, the weather is still the same, all these things are still the same. If it's the challenges at work, people have challenges at work, but you just have to figure out exactly what do you want. And you are the only person that can bring that change to your life. Okay. By first identifying what are the gaps that you have. And with these gaps, how can you cover these gaps and attain that coach or mentor or whatever, if you need to go back to school, whatever it is that will get you to a better place 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Let's not even think about 5 years from now. Just think about yourself in the next um, 6 months or 1 year down the line. For example, this is me since I met Amma from around April, May. By her being my coach, by me joining the Confident Communicators class, by me taking the Facebook monetization class, and other personal sessions that we've had together. Look at me now. This is just 4 or 5 months down the line. So what about 1 year from now? What about 2 years from now? You know what I'm saying? So that's just what I want to encourage you. If this message resonates with you, please don't hesitate. If you want to make a change in your life, today is the day. Grab that coach, get your goals down, they'll help you clarify them. Make sure your goals are smart, they have a time limit and something attainable, and don't set them too low so that you don't even feel like you're putting any effort in it. Neither do you want to put them too high that you just feel like a failure because you're not attaining any of those goals. So be kind to yourself, be gracious to yourself, and know that Rome was not built in one day. So give yourself time. Okay, be kind to yourself and have a timeline of what you would like to achieve at what time, and have little steps to lead you there that you're going to be doing every single day. And then the coach will keep you accountable. Are you meeting these goals? Are you meeting these little activities that are going to take you to this big goal at the end of the day? So yes, so that is what I had today on the topic of importance of having a coach. And by the way, there's different coaches. There is the financial coach, there is the life coach, there is uh, the financial coach, the life coach. There is, why am I forgetting them? The career coach, the relationship coaches. There's just different coaches out there. You just have to identify what area do you really, really, really need help with. Is it a financial coach? Do you need to get your finances together? Are there things that you've been saying that you want to do with your finances in terms of maybe savings, in terms of maybe spending less and stuff like that, and you're just not there where you want to be with your finances? Then get yourself a financial coach. They will walk you through the steps and hopefully get you to the destination that you want to go to. Are you having issues with your relationship? Then get a relationship coach. They will take you through the loops, and hopefully you can have better relationships with the people that matter in your life. Are you trying to straighten out your life as a whole? Then you need to get a life coach. you know if you are looking for a career coach. If you're trying to get ahead in your career, then get yourself a career coach. Just do that self evaluation, and figure out where you are. What is it that you want to do with your life? What changes do you want to make in your life? Is it your finances, your career, your relationship? And grab yourself that coach, grab yourself that mentor. And actually, for me, I would say you got to get a coach first to help you get straightened and going the right way. Then that mentor will come in and keep you cheered on, and keep you in the narrow, keep you in the narrow road. Okay, not the wide road, keep you in the narrow road. So, yes, identify what gaps you have, what areas, and figure out what outcomes you want for your future, and grab yourself that particular coach that you're looking for. And start getting your goals going on. Actually, this is towards the end of the year, and this is a good time to start setting your goals. Please do not wait for December or 31st of December to start setting your goals, because that one there is a recipe for disaster. You got to give yourself time to write the goals down and start processing them, and then start coming up with the little steps that are going to lead you to this big goal. So start now, okay? Personally, look, look, I know I took Emma's name off of there and I put my name. Okay, very small. I don't know if you guys can see it. I already have oh my god, I can't, it's very blurry. But I already have the planner. Okay. For those who can see it, I have the planner in place. I've already started working on my goals. Yeah, this black thing is very annoying. You can't really see much, but there you go. So I already have the planner in place, and I've already started putting my goals down, um, one by one, so that by the time the year comes to an end, we already have the goals set up for next year. When I first met Ama, and she was talking about that she already met her goals by October. By October, she had already met the goals for the whole year. I was like, excuse me, what did you say? I need that criteria because I want to be able to meet my goals way before the deadline. I mean, she was like almost 4 months ahead of the game. Who wouldn't want to do that? You know? So I don't know if this time she's gonna offer, because I know she had offered some classes, like for financial planning or goal setting at the beginning of the year. I'm going to find out from her if she want to do something like that for those who may be interested. But yeah, you gotta have a plan. You gotta have a plan in place, and find a coach that can help you through that journey if you want to be in a better place next year than you are this year. Okay. Now, if this speaks to you, then join us. Join us. Is that Sister Amma herself? How are you? Thank you for joining us. I was telling them the importance of having a coach, the importance of me having Coach Amma, and what that has meant to me, and what that means to my future. Okay. I haven't seen a lot of people here today, but I think it was Kwame. I guess people are busy right now, but I think we'll wrap it here for now, unless Sister Amma, you have something to say. Kwame, are you there? Akos, anybody want to say something? Anybody want to engage me? For those who still don't know who I am, what I'm doing here on Amma's page. I was, Yes, yes. Coaching is a game changer. It is a game changer. Oh my God. Tell me about that. Yeah, self-sufficiency. No, it doesn't work. And you don't get any feedback when you claim you're self-sufficient. Who's going to give you feedback whether what you're doing is good, is working, or it's not working? You know? So you need feedback. Somebody that can be honest with you and not just a family member, because family members, yeah, they try to come nice and not, you know, hurt your feelings and stuff like that. So they may not tell you what the real problem is, but a coach will. They will be honest with you. The coach's experience helps you to avoid pitfalls. Yes, that's what I was talking about earlier. Like they will hold your hand and they will tell you, step here, and skip this one. Don't go here, and come over here, and there's light here. It. I can't even begin to explain. I wish somebody had told me this concept earlier. If somebody had told me this concept earlier, I could have been way ahead of the game. But you know what? I'm not regretting because this is my time. And so I am not going to waste time anymore. Okay. I will grab the coach that I need in whatever area that I feel that I need so it can help me to be way steps ahead of the game. Hey, Kwame, coaches are wonderful. I think everybody should have a coach. Even a coach should have a coach. Because, like I said, there's always somebody who is always some steps ahead of you 5, 10, 15, 1,000, 10,000 steps. Somebody is always ahead of somebody else. And I just feel like everybody should have a coach. Everybody should be able to have a coach. If you can afford it, have a coach. No point crying over spilled milk. That's true. I can't help it sometimes just to look back and say, oh my God, I wish I had found a coach 10 years ago. My life would have been different now. But yeah, we're not crying over spilled milk. We're just going to take it from here on. From here on. Okay. Yep. Coach Ama. She has several coaches. Oh my God, let's not even get to that. And actually, I want to say coaches are not necessarily grown ups. Um, I remember Sister Ama was giving her story one time and she said one of the coaches was it a high school kid, Sister Ama? Some high school kid that was your coach. And I remember at some point, you were saying how the parents had to come and tell her, "Hey, it's time to shut down because it's time to go to bed." So it doesn't always have to be a grown up. It could be a younger person, but they could be way ahead of the game than you. So you can always learn from even a younger person. Yes, you can. Yeah, 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 yeah. Until you have an actual manager, get a coach. That's right. That's right. Oh, I thank you guys for coming here to keep me engaged today. Can you imagine? Ama is now the one on the other side commenting, and I'm here on her show. It used to be the other way around. She used to be there, and I used to be the one. Oh, blah 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 blah. Now she's the one commenting here. Ha! Life, oh, that's what I was telling you about. It creates opportunities. It when you meet coaches, it creates opportunities, and also, what did I want to say? It expands your network and opens other doors and opportunities. Look at me now. Yeah, look at me. So this opportunity here would not have come if I was just somewhere in my house with my door closed watching Sophia in London. Nope, it would not have come. I had to get out of my comfort zone. And actually, my two people are here. The one who told me how that I should get out of my comfort zone, and my coach, the two important people in my path right now. They're here. Okay, so you have to quit watching Sophia in London or whatever other one that is, or what's the other one? American Nurse. Oh my God, I wasted my time watching Nigerian movies. I wish I can get that time back. I could do a whole lot of different things now. I could do a whole lot of different things. But this is just to tell those of you who are younger than me, coming behind me, if you want to make something out of yourself, please don't waste your time on watching those Nigerian movies. You can watch every once in a while, but really, what are you getting out of it at the end of the day? You could use that time and just learn something else, learn a skill that can help you bring more income. They don't do you anything. You sit there, you laugh, and then what? Then what? Nothing. You're not making any growth over there. You used to watch a Sophia. Oh, Sophia in London. Ah, American Nurse, and many others that I wasted my time watching. Now, I learned a thing or two, but honestly, that didn't help me in getting ahead economically in any way, shape, or form. Now, the people in Nollywood, they're making money every time we are watching those movies. They make it one time, they go their way, they chill out, the money is always coming in. Now, why can't I also do something that I can record or do one time and put it there so that people can be watching and I can also be making money while I'm chilling? How about that? Oh, yeah. Yeah. So thank you, Sister Ama. I appreciate you. I thank you for this opportunity. My world changed when I met you. Heavens always listen when you're searching. Like the Bible says, seek and you'll find. I was praying and seeking. But yeah, this kind of makes me emotional. I was praying and seeking, and God brought you to me at such the right time. So I am thankful for this opportunity and I take it humbly, humbly. All right. I have to let go, guys. I really appreciate your time here today. And I really hope that this benefits somebody that is on sitting on the fence and wondering whether should I have a coach or not. What is the importance of having that coach? This is an example of the reason of having a coach here. Now, is your path my path? No. We all have different paths, but the coach will help you get where you're going faster, sooner, whatever that path is. My path is my path. You have your path, but they can help you clarify those goals, where you want to go, so you can get there faster. Okay. I was telling them about the planner and the fact that we need to bring them out and start planning for the next year and not to wait until the end of the year, because that used to be me. I used to wait until December and then I start saying, yeah, I start, like I never used to write them down. I just used to have them in my head. And then I've come to find out, oh, no, baby, no. You can't put them here. You have to think on paper. You have to write it down. And once you write it down, you have to put the little steps that you have to do every day to get you to that main goal. So, yes, for those of you um, who are not aware, we have this planner here. I might put my name on the top. It is small progress planner. We have this planner in place. So please bring it out. Are you going to do the class like you did at the beginning of the year for planning that we did? Maybe that's something you can address on your page. But for those who may be interested, just to give us a walkthrough. I'm not sure I don't think it's going to be free, but for those who are interested, Maybe you can tell us if you're going to do something like that. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I love this book. I go with it everywhere these days. It's always in my bag. And as soon as the ideas come up, I put my pens here. Okay. And as soon as the idea comes up, oops, I go on today and I just jot something down. I'm telling you, in a year or however this long is gonna, it's a quite a chunky planner. So it's not one of those little planners that you get at the store that, within a few days they're filled up, you know. It is quite chunky. So you can put a good amount of goals and plans and little steps that you take every day to get you to your goals here. So think about it. Think about it. And I really hope that Sister Amma can run us through the class once again. Um, yeah, for those who are interested. But yes, this has been a game changer for me. This has been, whew, yes. Alrighty. We'll wrap it up. We'll call it a day. And I will see you guys here on Thursday. Alrighty. But shortly, I will be headed to my page. If you want to join me over there, I have something for you guys over there. I would really appreciate it. Again, my name is Betty Small. My page is Learn and Grow with Betty Small. Please join me over there as we learn and grow together. I really wish you all have a good day ahead and be blessed. All right. Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you, Sister Amma. Thank you, Kwame, for keeping me company today. Thank you, Cecilia. Am I missing somebody? Thank you, Akos. Thank you, thank you, thank you.